Okay, the purpose of this video is to show you guys how to properly respond to a free response question on Illuminate. Okay, so you're working through a test or a quiz, a free response pops up. This is what I expect you to do. Okay. All right, here's a problem you might see. Find a formula for a sub n for the arithmetic sequence. I'm given the first term, I'm given the common difference. All right, so I want you to show your work on a problem like this, and you're going to type it in. Okay, so I'm going to hit a sub n. This is the subscript, so I just hit this button to do a sub n, and then I hit it again to get back to the normal text. Space equals, and then remember the formula that will be given to you is a1 plus n minus 1 times d. So what's a sub 1? It's right here. It's negative 10. So type that in, plus n minus 1 times the common difference, which is 4. Okay. All right, so just hit enter. Just like you would when you're showing your work, we usually stack this vertically. So we'll just hit a sub n again, or if you just want to space bar over and hit equals, that's fine, because we're just working with the right side. Okay, so negative 10. What's next? Well, here we distribute the 4 through this quantity to get 4n minus 4. Okay. And every now and again you'll see this notification up here that it's saving. There it is, answer saved, saving my work as I go. Okay, and then my final answer is going to be a sub n. I'm going to hit the subscript button again and hit it again, equals the negative 10 plus the negative 4 is negative 14, and then I have 4n. So 4n minus 14 is the final answer. Okay, and whatever your last line is what I'm going to grade, just like I would on a short answer problem if you were writing this down by hand. I mean, if you want to bold this in and maybe make it obvious that this is your answer, sure, it just takes a second to do that. Okay, so you can add that if you want and make it pop out for you. I know some of you guys use your own calculators, so you might not want this, but I just want to make sure you guys know that I always enable these calculators up here. Scientific's real basic. Okay, looks like that. The graphing calculator is Desmos. And you might want to use the Desmos on your own too if you want to use this, because I just hit desmos.com and I'm right here. And this is just a mini version of this. This is where you put your equations in, your keyboard. Let me show you on this app. Okay, you can move it around, get it out of your way if you want so you can see a problem. But if I hit this keyboard, this is where I punch in any type of equation I want graphed. For example, just something basic, y equals x squared. And then if I want to shift it down, minus 5. Okay, and then if you want to see more of it, I can get rid of this keyboard and I can see the graph better. I can zoom in, I can zoom out. Oops. All right, and I can even create a table for this. So if I don't hit the settings, it gives me the option to convert this to a table. All right, it always starts from negative 2 to positive 2, but I can type in any value I want down here. Punch in 5, enter, punch in whatever, 8. It's going to give me these values right away and evaluate it for me. So that's very handy. Okay, okay. So you know, you've got other options here. There's even log. I could hit y equals, go to functions. I've got trig functions. I've got miscellaneous, which is some logs. Y equals ln of x. There's the graph. Okay. Anyways, there's the graphing calculator. Obviously, I wouldn't need it for this problem. I'm just making sure you're aware that it's there. That's all. Okay, so there's the first problem. Let me show you this next problem. Now, this is already saved. Automatically saving every time you punch something in. Okay, now for this one, we need summation notation. So this button right here is a create a math equation. So that's what I need for this problem. Okay, here's your summation notation, bottom right. Okay, so I'm going to click on that, and then it gives me things to plug in here, right? So we put our lower limit down here, like an n equals 1 if we think that's appropriate. Looks like that is appropriate looking at the problem over here. And then should, looks like it's supposed to end at 9. and then we need to punch in the equation right here. Okay, now this should be in fraction form, so this is how I punch in fractions right here. So I click on that, highlight the top. Looks like the top is always the end value. Obviously, you can do some work on paper still, because I taught you for a problem like this to maybe write the end values below it and look for the pattern you see anyways. Just gets to the point here. There's the numerator, it's n, and the bottom looks like it's 4 times n. Okay, and then that's it. So I hit save equation, and it dumps it right here in this beautiful summation notation form. Okay, if you realize you made a mistake and you want to change something, you just double click it. You can change your upper limit if needed, you know, to 12 or whatever. You can edit that, you can save it, and it should be updated immediately. Okay? Alright, so let me just get out of here. I don't need to change the answer. So that's it. That's the short answer. You can show your work, like I said, by just hitting enter, go to the next line, and it's a good way for me to now see more evidence of learning from you guys. There's also a good way for me to send back some advice and some feedback based on mistakes you made. I'm still learning how to do that, but once I do, I'm going to be able to push that out to you. Right now, with all multiple choice, you guys sometimes never know what you did wrong, and that's not a good thing. I want you guys to know how to correct your mistakes. So this is supposed to provide us a way to do that. Okay, thanks for checking in. If you have any questions, give me an email.